Hey everyone, welcome back to Stream of Consciousness. My cats are meowing. Anyway, I love you. But, okay. I need to get back into the swing of things here. I don't know how to get the hang of it again. What is up? I don't know, how long has it been since I posted one of these? Let's see. It hasn't been that long. Probably like a month. Let's see. 37 days. So, 37 days ago was the last thing that I posted, and it was one of these stream of consciousness videos, podcasts. That's wonderful. Sorry, I was just looking at a comment I got on one of my videos. It was someone who said that they started to cry when Cass started telling Dean that he loved him in 15-18, which, like, same. I actually don't know if I cried right away because I was like, what? Like, I just remember my hand was like here and I was like, I was just like in shock. Like, what is happening right now? But I know it's gross. This is my widow. This is my widow Woa. There she goes. I love her. But yes. So it's been almost scratching board thing. It's been 37 days since I last posted anything, on YouTube anyways, which is a while. It's a pretty long stretch of time to not have posted anything. But I mean, I did say I wasn't going to post anything, so it's not like people weren't expecting it. But anyway, interesting things though are happening. Elmo is so weird. He's right here. He's like, what is this light shining on the wall? I don't understand. He's so cute. I love him. He's perfect in every way. He's now behind me. I hope he lays in that bed. No, he decided not to. I'm done with him. Anyway, Elmo, what are you doing? Okay, so to get into things. So there's a lot that's been going on in my life. I look like I'm high, but I'm just like, it's 10:45 a.m. I woke up at like 9:15, so I'm still kind of waking up, but I'm not. And of course I just ate, so it's gonna be a lot of throat clearing and, like, I don't know, like mucus clearing. I don't know. I love a good ice in cup sound. I don't know why. Anyway, I don't drink coffee, so I would have an iced coffee, but I just don't drink coffee. It's very hard on me. Like, I have one, because of my anxiety, it does like work on me, like in the sense that I am awake more. I'm more alert, but that means that I'm more like on edge. So I start, like, I also like shake really bad, and my heart rate goes up really fast, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna die. I might be dying. So that's kind of what I feel like when I drink coffee. I drink tea sometimes, but I actually usually drink it before bed, and then it ends up like putting me to sleep, but it's caffeinated, so I'm not quite sure why. Anyway, but also like if I drink coffee, it doesn't let me focus on anything. Like, I don't know, like I will only be able to focus on the fact that my heart rate is like super high, and I feel like I'm panicking and dying. Like, it's just, that's what it makes me feel like, and it's all I can focus on. So I'm like, okay, like I can't drink coffee before work because I will literally just be like not getting anything done. I'll be like, oh my god, I can't breathe. Like, what's going on? Anyway, enough of that. Something else also, well, okay, something else which also kind of is related to that is my last video, my last podcast was me talking about my health journey, and I started that on May 17th, and it is now July 18th. And so yesterday would have been 2 full months of me, well, would have been, it was 2 full months of me, like, basically completely changing my entire life. Like, I'm not even being, like, I'm not even exaggerating. I completely changed my entire life. Like, I don't, like, I'm eating all of my foods from this place called Eat Right in, if you live in the Buffalo area, you can get it. There's 2 different places. But there's also, you can order it online. By the way, not sponsored, like, please. But I mean, I love their food. Just this, like, past week, well, the past, like, 2 weeks, I've been kind of, like, like, getting bored with it, and also just not liking some of it. But it's not even that I'm getting bored. Well, the thing is, like, I will find, like, safe foods for me that are, like, I don't want to say, like, safe foods in the sense of, like, I don't know. I just have a very, like, hard time trying new things and, like, trying new foods, I should say. A lot of it stems from, like, my emetophobia, where I am afraid that if I don't like something so, like, much, that it will make me throw up. um that never happens, but it is a phobia for a reason. It's not logical. Anyway, so I have a really big fear of, like, trying new things. Also, like, textures really bother me. Sometimes with foods, like, I don't know. Anyway, so I've been eating, like, everything, and then just, like, this week they changed their menu basically, and almost all of the things on there, there's, like, only, like, all the chicken options are, like, barbecue, and I'm like, I hate barbecue. Like, it's not that I hate barbecue, it's just I would prefer not to have barbecue, and it's all barbecue. Like, there's, like, Kansas City barbecue, some other barbecue, like, there's just all these different barbecues, and I'm like, no. But then they have, like, staples that they always have on the menu, but then there's, like, sides that I don't like with it. Like, there's one buffalo chicken. There's buffalo chicken, which obviously is just spicy. It's hot chicken, and which I love. I love spicy chicken. So I love that. Except the sides with it are sweet potato fries, and they're not French fries. They're not fries. They're, like, mush disgustingness, and I can't even make them into, like, sweet potato, like, mashed sweet potatoes, even though they're all mushy, because they put something on them that makes them taste weird. So it just, I can't even make them taste good. Like, there's nothing that I can do to make them taste good. So I don't get any of the ones that have that as a side. And then it also has green beans, and I've realized, even though I love green beans, I'm have found out that the way I enjoy green beans takes, like, all of the nutrition out of them, because I like to overcook them basically, and I like them soft. and I can't eat them less than soft. Like they taste like grass to me. So I'm just not, I'm not really interested in eating grass. So, but what I do love is broccoli. I love broccoli and I love potatoes. Of course, I love potatoes. Anyway, I love corn. And that's pretty much it. Um, but I do love broccoli. Like it's so good, especially like with like I'll put like one mashed or not one mashed potato. It's not a mashed potato. One like potato wedge with um a piece of broccoli, and I'll just together, and it's just so good, and I love it. But other than that, like so basically I've found that I will buy anything that has those side dishes, is like broccoli and potatoes, but they don't have any right now that are with those sides. So kind of out of luck there. I don't know what to do. I ordered some. I'm gonna pick them up today. That are of the new variety, like all these different ones. So one I did eat yesterday. Like I had to go and get one meal because I had ran out early, and so I had to get one, and I bought one of the ones that I knew I ordered because I was like, oh, I'll just try it and see, and then it's okay. Like it's a barbecue chicken one. It's the Kansas City barbecue, and it's okay. Like it's not bad. It's barbecue. Like there's just something about barbecue. Like one, it gives me heartburn, but not that much anymore. Like my heartburn has been a lot better since I've been doing everything that I've been doing. So my heartburn's been a lot better. It still happens. Like I'm not saying it has gone away completely, but it's a lot better. And so like it gives me heartburn, but it also is just gross to me. Like I just don't like it. It's anyway, I would prefer not. I like more like garlic things, like garlic and spicy. Like those are the two things I like garlic flavored things and spicy things. Um, and so like I end up getting like the garlic, and there's like garlic parmesan chicken with ravioli, and there's like 5 raviolis or something, and then there's like cheese raviolis, and then there's like 5 strips of chicken. Not like chicken strips, but like a chicken breast that was like cut into strips. I know my what did I even just say? Hi Elmo. Anyway, so yeah, that's I end up getting that one. That's like one of the staple ones that's on there all the time, which is good because I like that one. But for a while, it was giving me really bad heartburn because it has tomato sauce, and tomato is like it kills me. Like literally, it kills me. But thankfully, this is getting better. Like my heartburn is getting so much better. I think we're doing this again. Are we doing this again, Wawa? Okay. I think part of it is because I've actually been taking my medicine like on time at the same time every day. But part of it is probably because I'm Lola, stop. I'm like being more active and and because I've lost weight. Can you get down? I don't want this situation. Hello, can you please move? Can you leave? Thank you. She's gonna come back, I know it. But yeah, so I have lost weight. I try not to like focus on the weight aspect of everything, but I know that it is a part of what's happening, and it's going to be a part of what's happening. And it's not that I don't want it to be. Like I want it to be healthy. I actually do want to lose weight because I know that with me and my body and my health and my family history and everything that goes into that, and me and myself alone, I have to lose weight. Like I am at a higher risk of diabetes because I am overweight, and I have hit diabetes in my family, not just my dad, my aunts, my grandma, I believe. Like other people in my family have diabetes, and so have had it. So I don't want to get it. And so far so good. But and actually, I got my blood work done recently, and last year, I mean, I didn't get like the main test of it being like, I think it's called like the A1C or something like that. I didn't get that test because it was just like a routine type of thing. It wasn't like testing for your diabetes. But they did do a blood glucose test, which last year when I went, my glucose was like 109, which is like pre-diabetes, like great. And this year it was 90, so it went down 19 points, which obviously like that changes every day, but it changes multiple times a day, like all the time. So I mean, it's not like 100% a definitive like thing, but it did go down a lot. And so and it makes sense just because I literally, like, what I eat now is completely like it's just like where would I be getting the sugar, you know? I rarely eat sugar. Like the only things really that I eat that have, I mean, obviously a lot of things have sugar in them, but you know what I mean, like added sugars. And carbs are complex sugars, so blah blah blah, all these things. I don't know that much about nutrition, but I am learning more as I go along. And I can say, the most thing that I eat that is like probably bad for me are Cliff Bars. And I eat them all the time. Like, I'm not saying, I mean, I do eat at least one a day. At least. I definitely eat one every morning because I hardly ever want to make breakfast. So, and I don't like the breakfasts at Eat Right. I think they're all disgusting. So, sorry, Eat Right. Now they're never gonna sponsor me. But I don't like them. I think part of it is the eggs just don't reheat well. So, you know, like anything that's like reheated eggs is just gross. So I don't like their breakfasts. I will just buy eggs myself and make them if I really want to. And I do make eggs sometimes. But for the most part, I just eat a Cliff Bar because I'm like, okay. And like, I wake up like 5 minutes before I have to work because I work from home. So I'm like, okay. So I don't really have time to like cook. I do have time, but I just don't want to. Like, I could have time. I could wake up earlier, but I'm not going to. So instead, I just eat a Cliff Bar and then go to work. And I can eat it while I'm working. So I don't know what happened. Okay. But anyway, that's basically what has been going on with that. I've lost, it's been 2 months, exactly 2 months. And I've lost 22 pounds, 22, 23 pounds. Which is great. It's great. It really is. But, like, it's funny because, okay, like, again, I don't like to focus on the weight aspect of things because for many reasons, like, weight doesn't equal health. But it's hard not to sometimes to just be like, okay, this is like helping me, right? Like how it's very hard to measure how well you're doing any other way. You know what I mean? Because yes, I feel better, but how quantifiably am I feeling better? You know what I mean? Like it's very hard to, and I'm very much like a person that likes to know how I'm doing. So like how well I'm doing from the beginning, you know what I mean? Like, okay, everything that I've done, this is what it's been for, you know what I mean? And it gets harder, you know, sometimes you're like, oh, like on hard days, you just want to remind yourself, like, okay, it's worth it because X. And it's just like, okay, yeah, I feel better, but how can I quantifiably say that I feel better? I don't know. Like I can, you know, walk around a lot easier than I ever have. Okay, that's great. Well, not ever, but but then I have in a very long time, I should say. Um I am feeling better just in general, like all the time. um Mental health wise, but also like physical health wise, just all of it together. I do feel better more often than not. um and that's great, but like I can't see that, you know what I mean? Like I can't like just, it's not very easy to like tell the difference, you know. And so you end up being like, okay, well, I've lost 23 pounds, which is great. I mean, it's great regardless of how I'm feeling and all this stuff. Well, that's not true. No, that's not true. It's not great regardless of how I'm feeling. If I was feeling like crap and I lost 23 pounds, that would be bad. That's kind of the whole point. Um but anyway, yeah, sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. But basically, yeah, I've lost 23 pounds and I am feeling great. um, and like part of me is like, so I took photos of me at like when I was maybe like a week into things or something. Um, and then I've taken a couple photos after, and that doesn't seem to really make me feel any type of way. Like, it doesn't make me feel worse, but it doesn't make me feel better. So I might just not do that. Maybe like, or maybe I'll do it less often or something. I just think like it, that's not even really, I think that's the issue, is like I'm not doing it to look better, right? Like that's not why I'm doing it. So like taking pictures of me is not really helping me one way or another. So I don't think I'm going to. And I think that's for the best. Maybe at the end of everything I will, and I'll be like, not everything. Like I'm not gonna stop working out. Like this is the thing. That's the whole point. Like I'm not going to stop working out. I'm not gonna stop eating healthy. I'm not going to stop doing those things. It's just more going to be about maintaining at some point than losing. Um, and I don't know when that point will be. I don't know. Like it's just a matter of like what I feel is right, I guess. Right now it does not feel right because I'm still, excuse me, part of it part of it is like I do think that one, my heartburn will get a lot better. It already has been getting better, but I think it will get even better, especially just like the types of foods you eat affect how, like what your heartburn is doing, you know. So eating less fatty foods, or at least foods that have good fat and rather than bad fat. Blah blah blah, like good, bad, whatever. Anyway, the point is for my body, like eating foods that have less of that, because I know like even peanut butter gives me the worst heartburn. Like I don't know why. I think it's because of the fat, but it's insane. Like the last time I ate peanut butter, I was like on fire. Like my chest was on fire. I was like, I don't understand. It's peanut butter. It's not even bad. But then so I eat almond butter if I want peanut butter, but it's not as good. Either way. I mean, it's good. It's just not as good. Anyway, this is not all I wanted to talk about. So, moving on. Yes, I've lost 23 pounds. I do see a lot of it came out of my face. Like I'm obviously my face is still pretty round, but um but I know a lot of it came out of my face and my head because I usually have this like indentation in the back of my neck or the back of my head from the fat that's back there, and it's still there, but it's not as bad. So there's that. I know that it came from there. I don't know where else it's coming from. I don't know. But or go, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know where the fat is coming off of my body. I'm sure it's like everywhere, but I'm happy that I am losing weight because that is my goal. It's part of my goal was to lose weight, because if I lose weight, then I am less susceptible to being diabetic. That's it. Well, that's not the only thing, but I also have heart problems in my family. So like it's not even just diabetes, although that is one thing that I am always afraid of. Like that's one of the biggest problems, and I think it's just because of my dad. So sorry, this Cliff Bar does that to me. It's like gives me all this phlegm. It's because of the chocolate. Chocolate. Anyway, so I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so I have heart issues. Like my uncle died of a heart attack. My mom had a heart attack at some point in her life. Someone's making noises. I have a lot of heart issues in my family. Even like high blood pressure, like all these things. Like these things run in my family. I have a lot of just problems that run in my family. But that's why I need to be healthier. And for me, healthier means losing weight. But not just losing weight, but being active and doing what I can to be healthy. Like there may be a point where I can't lose weight anymore because that's like just not my body, like in my genes, you know what I mean? I'm not allowed. And that's okay as long as I'm still being active and still eating the right foods and I'm still okay, you know? Like that's the point. Staying active and Lola. That's my little girl. She's looking at my water. She's so bad. I love her though. My Loda. My little Loda. Anyway. She's so cute. She's gonna come over here, I can guarantee it. What was I gonna say? Okay, so that's part of what I wanted to talk about. The rest of what I want to talk about is I am actually making videos again. So literally, I mean, when was the video that I posted? My final video, you know? It says 2 months ago. May 1st. So almost 3 months. 2.5 months. It's been 2.5 months. Couldn't stay away. Anyway. Yeah, I literally can't. I don't know. It's like I was stressing myself out by putting so much pressure on myself to like make videos, and I wasn't giving myself any room to not do that. Like I was literally just like, you have to do this, 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 and every second that I wasn't doing it, I was feeling guilty. Okay. No. Okay. I thought I felt another one, but I did not. Anyway. So, what was I gonna say? Lola. If you hear what sounds like cat litter going all over the floor, It is cat litter going all over the floor, and it's Lola, and she's bad, and I don't like it. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I'm so mad I can't think. Videos. Oh, so I was putting so much pressure on myself, and every second that I wasn't making a video or doing something to make a video, I was feeling so guilty. So I was like working, 40 hours a week, sometimes 45. I hate her. I love her, but she's so annoying. Lola! Ugh. She's so annoying. Okay, well, just you're gonna have to listen to that. Anyway, because she's gonna do it for the next 20 fucking minutes. Anyway, it makes me so angry. Like, that sound, I don't like, the most I do will just be like, Lola. Like, I don't ever, like, hurt my cats, but I'm just like, oh my god, I want to scream right now. She's so annoying. Maybe she stopped. I think she stopped. She usually does it for a really long time. It's so annoying. Anyway, so videos. So I was like putting all this pressure on myself. So I was working like full time, and then I would get done with work, and then I would think, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. And it would plague my mind. And I'm like, why am I putting so much pressure on myself for something that I don't have to do, right? And the good thing about it was that my actual job, my full-time job, was something that I was actually okay with, right? Something that I was content doing. And then there became something that changed in my position that isn't, it's not something that actually changed. Like, I knew what I was signing up for when I got the job, but I haven't had to do it for the entire like 8 months that I've been doing the job so far. And so now I have to do that, and it is the worst. And I can't do it forever. I literally won't. So, I'm kind of back on this. It kind of motivated me to be like, okay, you don't have to do this forever. Like, stop, like I like cry on Sunday nights. It's Sunday today, so that's gonna happen. Thinking about the fact that I have to go to work tomorrow and do what I'm doing, and I just think about it, I'm like, this is the worst thing. And it's so stupid. It's not the worst. Like, please, like, I understand how privileged I am, but it doesn't help the fact that I still feel that way, right? I still feel like I can't do this. It's like it's like debilitating, like anxiety, just thinking about it. Like, anyway, it's a lot of like not knowing what's going to happen next, and that is insane for me. Like, that's the biggest thing that, like, my anxiety is like, are you kidding? We need to know what's going to happen next. Are you kidding me? So it's very hard for me to do, and I hate it. So anyway, that's part of the reason why I wanted to start making videos again, was because, okay, it's like, you know what? If I ever want to get out of this job, that's my only option, is to make videos and to try to be a YouTuber. I don't know why I say it like that. I do want to be a YouTuber. Like, literally, I've wanted to be a YouTuber for like a decade. Like, I've wanted to do that for a long time. And I just don't. I just don't do what I'm supposed to do. Well, not do what I'm supposed to do, but I just don't try to do it. And I did try for a little while. And I'm not saying I like failed. I didn't. I just decided not to continue because I was content with my job. And I was putting too much stress on myself to do a job that I didn't need to do. um to make money, right? Like obviously I would love to make money off of this, but it doesn't make me money. So instead I had to focus on something that was making me money and something that I was okay doing, which I am no longer. But also, once I stopped making videos, then I got a bunch of ideas to make videos. Like, I was just putting so much stress on myself to make them that I just couldn't think creatively. Like, I literally couldn't. I was like, what? And I'm sure that part of it is me changing my entire lifestyle and like being more active and kind of like freeing that part of my brain up and to be like, okay, you have more energy now. You can do this now. Like you can do this and like you can think creatively when you couldn't before. And it's like, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of different factors that went into it, but I'm sure the most of it was me putting too much stress on myself. And then once I let go of that stress and was like, okay, I'm not making videos anymore, my brain was like, okay, but you should make this video and this video and this video. And I was like, oh, thanks. Where were you a month ago? Like literally I came up with like 3 ideas at the like same time. And like a month after I decided not to make videos anymore, I was like, oh. And it's been 2 months, so well, no, it's been 2 months, almost a month and a half, right? Or no, 2.5 months. Yeah, 2.5 months. So it's been 2 months since I made that video, and in that last month, I was doing something to prepare myself for this video, this first video that I'm making, which is supernatural related. So not only am I going back to making videos, but I am going back to making supernatural videos. So all 3 of my video ideas are supernatural related. Again, like I don't want my channel to only be about supernatural, but it doesn't matter. Like I don't care what my channel is. Like it can be whatever the I was gonna swear, and then I was like, don't swear, and then I was like, I already swore in this. I can do whatever I want. So with my channel. So that's what I'm going to do. Right now I want to make these 3 supernatural videos, and I'm actually going to make, I wrote one already. It's almost ready to be filmed. I basically just have to go through it one more time and make sure that everything in it, that I have everything that I need in it, and that it's that I also have places to put clips in. But other than that, it's pretty much done in terms of writing it. And then I have to film it, which I'm going to do today. And then I have to edit it, which it actually seems pretty simple to edit, to be honest. I like the way I wrote it, and I'm really excited about it. I think it kind of simplifies something that's really long and intricate, but so it's kind of like simplifying it, and it makes, like, I wanted it kind of to be more grandiose than it actually is, but at the same time I don't want that, because I realized something about my older videos that I was making about Supernatural, like the season reviews that I was doing, was that I was making them for people who haven't watched Supernatural. And so I was kind of summarizing an entire season. But when I say summarize, I mean I was explaining the entire season to people who have never seen the show, when that's not gonna happen, right? Like, people who have never watched Supernatural are not gonna click on a Supernatural video about season 5 of Supernatural. Like, that's not what happens. So my videos have to be for people who have already seen the show. So I don't have to explain every single detail to these people. They know what happens. And maybe if they forgot, like, that's okay. But, like, that's kind of the point. Like, I'm summarizing in a more broad way, in an actual summarizing way, not in, like, an explanation of exactly what happened this season. And it's not a season review or anything like that. It's I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, you know what it is, but kind of. Like, I've kind of given a couple hints here and there, but I'll give you another hint. I had to watch seasons 12 through 15 to make this video. But but it also has to do with other seasons. But I rewatched those seasons because I've rewatched 12, but 13, 14, and 15, I don't think I really rewatched. I think I've only watched them once. Now I've watched them multiple times, but like a couple episodes I'd rewatched, but like I would say like seasons, 1 through, well, let's say 4. Seasons 4 through like 11 I rewatched like over and over and over again. Like those seasons I know like back and front. I even like mentioned this on Twitter, like I would be watching the show, like rewatching these episodes, and like 13 on, I wouldn't remember who wrote what episode, when like that is like foreign to me. Like all of the seasons before that, I know who wrote like every episode, not every season. I would say 4 on, I know who wrote every episode. So it was so weird to me, like, to be watching the show and not remembering who wrote the episodes, because I know when I was watching, I was paying attention to that. Like, when I was in the fandom at the time of those episodes being aired, it's not like I didn't know whose episode was coming up. Usually I would remember Bobo's episodes, Robert Barron's. I remember his episodes, like, I would be like, oh yeah, this is Bobo's episode, I remember. And I think, Dab writes the first and last episode, and then like maybe 1 or 2 throughout the season, but usually only 1. No, sometimes 2. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, no, more than 1, because he writes the mid-season something. Does he though? Actually, I don't know. He does. See? I don't know. Anyway. I don't remember. I know like Carver always did that. Like Carver wrote the first and last, and then he would write like the mid-season premiere, I think is what he would usually write. Anyway. Regardless. My point is I would forget like who was writing the episodes, and then I'd be watching it and I was like, wow, this episode is boring. It must be it must be Buck Lemming. And it always was. Literally every single time. Every single time. I think there was only one episode where I was wrong, and it was Davy Perez, which I feel bad. But I don't think it was boring. I think there was something that happened in it that felt like it would be Buck Lemming, which I don't know what it was, but like a line that happened. And I think it was like, so Buck Lemming does this a lot where they use lines of exposition. Every writer does. There's always going to be exposition, right? And sometimes you can't have it like seamlessly, it would be great if you always could, and usually you should in every way, but anyway, in every way that you can. But what I hate is the line setting up the exposition, right? So like there's always this like, oh, it makes me so mad. Like you come back from a commercial break, and then like Dean and Cass are talking, and it's like, so tell me that again, and then they tell you the plan or whatever, and it's like, he could just tell you the plan. You don't need the line that says, so tell me that again. Like it makes me so angry, and they do it every time. It's so frustrating. They did it in this one episode that was like, oh, Cass had to like stay back or something, and Sam was like, you understand why you can't come with us, Cass. And then Cass says why he can't come with them, and it's like, you could have literally just had Cass go, I should stay back because of this reason. But instead, it's like, it's so forced. It makes me so angry. Instead, you have him go, you understand why you can't come with us, right? Like, yeah, he understands. Because you've probably already talked about this. Because that's what that implies. Like, that line implies that you've already talked about it and you're reiterating it, which would be so annoying if it was a real life conversation. And I know, suspension of disbelief, whatever, but at some point you have to be like, okay, would someone actually say this? Like, it's just so weird. And then, like, instead, literally, if Cass had just offered up that information, it would have been so much easier. Like, it would have flowed so much better. It would have just been like, yeah, oh, okay, I understand why that makes sense. That makes sense. Like, you should have been like, you know what, I should stay back because Michael will sense my presence or something like that. That's what the reason was. But instead, you have him going, you understand why you can't come with us. And then he's like, because Michael will sense my presence, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's like a little kid being, like, told to reiterate why what he did was wrong. Like, that's what it seems like. It was just so frustrating. That one really got me. I was like, oh. I tweeted about it, so I was like, oh my god. It literally, it makes my blood boil. Like, this is my biggest pet peeve in writing, is like exposition being written so overtly. Like you can have exposition, like the line, Cass saying the line, like, if he had said, I should stay back because X, that's exposition. But it's natural exposition because he had this thought and now he has to say it to you, right? But being asked to say that's forced exposition. Like, it's like, ew. So many things. Like, ugh. Okay, anyway, Buck Lemming does that all the time. Like, literally all the time. It makes me so mad. Like, maybe I just notice it more in their episodes, but I think I did notice it in a Davy Perez episode. I think he did it at one point, and so I thought it was a Buck Lemming episode, and that's why I did that. But I'm pretty sure that's why I thought that episode was Buck Lemming, because of that type of situation happening. But I don't think it was boring. But Buck Lemming episodes are boring. There was one episode that, like, they brought, like, Mark Pellegrino back in for, like, to be Nick, you know, instead of Lucifer, and that was, like, their plot toy that they got to play with for the rest of the season, and it was so boring. It was literally the most boring subplot of the entire show. Like, literally, I hate it. I skipped over all of it because I was like, I'm not... The worst part, this is the worst part, like, I didn't skip over all of it, but most of it, and almost every single time it was involved, it was a Buck Lemming episode. But I didn't miss anything by skipping over it. And that's a problem, right? So, like, the plots were so unattached from each other that it could have been a completely different show. Like, there were only, like, a few times where they kind of, like, intersected. But it was, like, for the most part, he's just off on his own doing whatever he needs to do for his stupid revenge. And it's like, I don't care about this. I don't care about Mark Pellegrino as a person. I don't care about Lucifer as a character. And I don't care about Nick as a character. I sure as hell don't care about Nick as a character. Who the fuck is Nick? I don't care. Like, I know who he is. I know who he is. But I don't care about his character. I didn't care about him in season... Was it 4 or 5? It would have been 5, right? Yeah. I didn't care about him in season 5, and I don't care about him now. I just don't care about it. So, like, we're done here. Like, we're just done. It was so boring. And I can't, like, I skipped over so much of it, and I still didn't miss anything. It's like, great. Like, the only thing that was, like, would have been kind of confusing is, like, okay, how is this, like, It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna get into it, but like, but it wouldn't have even like whatever. Anyway, I just it's stupid and boring. Also, I've had so many people, well, not so many people, but a couple people in the comments of like my video where I rank the supernatural characters and I talk about how much I don't like Mark Pellegrino. Well, sorry, like I don't care about your opinion about Mark Pellegrino. I just don't, and I like hid someone from my channel because of it, because I'm like, one, they were spreading misinformation about the fact that other people were spreading misinformation, and it was making me so mad. I was like, what? Like, what do you? Because I'm not gonna get into it, but basically Mark Pellegrino is awful. He has very bad opinions on politics and all of this stuff, and then people will support him, whatever. If you want to support him, I don't care, but like, it's my channel, I can whatever. But the worst part is like when you say that people were spreading misinformation about him. Okay, no. We're just taking his words and showing everyone what he said. There was one tweet where he said something about like he said like it was a part of a thread, and he was responding to someone who was Muslim, by the way. And he said in one tweet, not, like it ended with not, and then the next tweet said all Muslims are dangerous or something like that. And so he said, like, the one tweet just said all Muslims are dangerous, which is terrible, but obviously it went with the thing that said not all Muslims or whatever. But it doesn't matter, because the whole entire thread, he was basically saying that they were. So, like, just because you say not all Muslims are dangerous, and doesn't mean that you don't feel that way, when everything else that you're saying basically says that. So, like, anyway, but yeah, he's Islamophobic. He's like sexist, very bad ideas about mental health and how to cure it. Like, you know, basically just go outside or do more physical activity, and you know, like anyway, he's a libertarian, and there's that. So, and if nothing else, can easily say he's shitty by defending Travis Aaron Wade, who is an absolute shit person. He is a sexual, like, like, he's a sexual predator, and he did so many things, terrible things to people in this fandom, and supporting him in any way is just like, okay, you're a shithead. Like, I don't actually have to care about you at all. So I was blocked by Travis Aaron Wade because of everything that was going on. Like, he is just so terrible, and I don't have any room for like allowing him, because he doesn't feel bad about anything that he did, and he still purports that he did nothing wrong. So anyway, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm really not. But they're like best friends. And they support each other because they were both attacked by the Twitter mob. And it's like, just shut up. Like, just shut up. Oh my god. Anyway, he's terrible. So I don't like either of them. I don't like Mark Pellegrino. I apologize for any feelings that are hurt by me not liking someone that you like. Like, I actually you know what, I don't care. So my opinion on someone shouldn't matter to you. But I don't like him, and I will never like him. And so you can express that you like him on my channel, that's fine. But if you're saying that people were spreading misinformation about him by by saying that he is Islamophobic, then you're wrong, because he is Islamophobic, and it wasn't just because of that one tweet. I think people knew the context of the tweet and saw the rest of the context, which was that he was saying that like, he doesn't agree with, or he does agree with the fact that Muslims are dangerous. So, like, anyway, it's just frustrating. And it's one of those things where, like, you can say, like, it's one of those things where he would not agree that there are extremists in, like, whatever. Anyway, in everything. Um, but anyway, just in this. So I don't want to talk about it anymore. But I did like hide someone from my channel because I'm like, like, you're lying. You're just straight up lying, and you don't understand the entire situation like yourself. So either that or you're willfully ignoring that fact, which I do believe because it like seems like you follow Mark and you care a lot about him. So that means you're a little biased in the sense that you are just kind of cherry picking on what you think he does well and what you think he doesn't do well and stuff. So it's like, whatever. Obviously, I'm biased in the opposite direction, but I don't care. Anyway, it's my channel, so I don't, whatever. I always get like the worst comments on that video because it's my most popular video, so it's like people will just like, more people see it, and then more people there are, the more shitty the opinions are. So I'm just like, okay. But the stupid thing is, like, I don't care about your opinion about the characters and how it differs from mine, but then like if people like, I had one person which they did like say, apologize, but they were like, you can say it's an opinion, but then you say it's the worst or something. And I was like, well, I never, like, basically said, like, then you say Lucifer's the worst character or something like that. And I was like, I never said he was, or that he was a bad character or something. And I was like, I never said he was a bad character. I said I just don't like him. Like, I don't think he was badly written. Maybe later in the, anytime Buck Lemmy wrote them, but Buck Lemmy wrote Lucifer. But I don't think he was badly written. I just didn't like the storyline myself. It wasn't interesting to me, and it felt like it was overplayed. Like, he should have been gone long ago and never brought back. And I still agree. I did not like that Lucifer was brought back, but I am glad that we have Jack. And that's all I will say. But I think we could have used someone else. Or at least as soon as he was done making Jack, then he was gone. Goodbye. And then never came back. That would be great. That would have been great. But yeah. Okay. So that's something to look forward to, is my new videos. I don't know when the first one's gonna come out. I'm going to record it today, and then after I record it, I do have to edit it. Again, I think it won't take that long to edit. Just because I think it's pretty streamlined. Like, it's like, it's 9 pages long. My script for it is 9 pages long, but that's like regular size font. And I've had longer scripts, like, for sure, especially with like the season reviews. Like, those ones are really long. I feel like I did a really good job of summarizing what I needed to summarize with this, and I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about how quickly I wrote it and how easily it just flowed from me. And I was like, oh, this is exciting. Like, I'm writing again. Like, not that it's like fiction, but which is something I would like to write more of, but I just don't. And then maybe in one day. And then I have 2 more videos planned. One of them is a lot easier to do than the other one. One is going to take a long time, like, for sure, going to take a long time. I will tell you the titles of them. Actually, I don't need to open it. I was going to open it, but the first title, the first video that's going to come out, is called The Evolution of God in Supernatural. So that's number 1. That's the one I just wrote. And then the second video that will come out is called wait. I don't remember now. I don't know. I know I wrote a good title for it, so I don't want to like mess up what it was called. Let's see. Well, look who's inside again. Yes, I did watch Inside. Anyway, Okay, it's called We Were Robbed of the Ultimate Supernatural Spinoff. And I think you can know what that's talking about. When I was rewatching seasons 12 through 15, I was reminded of the Ultimate Supernatural spinoff that we were robbed of, and I want to kind of just go into like the backstory of like how that came about in the first place, and talk about what I would have liked from it and what we could have had. You know what I mean? I just want to talk about it, and because I was thinking about it, and I was like, every time I watch the episode, I cry so hard because I'm like, this could have been so good. Like, it was good. The episode was good, but like, we could have had this, and it makes me so sad. Like, it's literally so upsetting to me. But anyway, so I'll probably cry while making that video too. And then the final video, which I know is going to take me a really, really long time, but I'm so excited about it, is called The Greatest Love Story Ever Told. And I think you can guess what that's about. Like, I have a line in this video coming up, the one about God, that I want to like include in that other video, because it kind of sums up everything I feel about The Greatest Love Story Ever Told. And so I'll just like clip it and then put it in my new video, or in the other video later. But it is going into my God video too, so if you watch that, you'll know what line I'm talking about, I'm sure. But it's just gonna be great. I'm so excited. But it's gonna take a while. That one is gonna take a long time because I want to do it justice, and I need to figure out how I want to approach it. I mean, I have an idea of how I want to approach it, but I'm excited. So I haven't been this excited about like making videos in a really long time. But I'm so excited. But I am going to go because I have to go get my food from the store. And I have to then record my other video, the God one, and maybe I'll start editing it today, maybe I won't, depends on what I do. But obviously it depends on what I do, but it depends on how I'm feeling. We'll see, because I don't have to work out today. It's my rest day, so I probably will edit, but it depends again on a lot of things. I also have to re-download Adobe Creative Suite because I canceled it, because like, why would I pay $50 a month for something I'm not using? And I even I use a different editing software to edit my podcasts, because I was like, oh, if I'm just doing that, like I can just use this other thing. But I'm so used to editing on Adobe that I can't use anything else. That's how they get you. Anyway, I mean, I could. I just don't want to learn something new. I'm 30. I don't want to learn anything new. Anyway, okay. So, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed listening to this podcast. It's been fun. I can't think. This is my glasses cleaner. I can't think of what I want to say. I think that's pretty much it. I really feel like there was something else though. So I guess look forward to more videos coming soon. I mean, I'm not gonna give a date of when the first video is gonna come out, but it's gonna be this week. I feel like it's gonna be probably next weekend, or yeah, next week. It's gonna be next weekend, or it's gonna be, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna be done with it by next weekend. This video right now is going to come up. Oh, that's the thing, is I have to edit this, but not really. I'm basically just putting music underneath it and then posting it. Okay, well, it's about an hour long, so I'm gonna be done. I hope you enjoyed listening, and I hope that you have fun and have a great week. And I love you. Best friends. Okay. Bye bye.